Hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is another repeat mug. Most of them will be from this point for a while. This is one of my husband's coffee mugs. When he went out on a trip, he actually picked this one up, and it says Virginia, and it has elk and wolves and bears and all kinds of beautiful nature things on it. It's a gorgeous coffee mug. I really think it's beautiful. Today's tea is the PUKKA Mint Matcha Green from my Sips Buy box. And I like mint, and apparently from what I've tasted, I like matcha, so hopefully I'm going to like both of them together. Let's give it a taste. The mint in that is really, really light. And there's just a hint of bitterness to it. It's not a really bad bitterness. It's that kind of added depth kind of bitterness. It's really good. Yeah, I think that's really good. So far, Sips Buy has been hitting it out of the park. So today we are finally getting into our July Ipsy. My bag came very late this month. In fact, I was starting to get a little worried about whether or not it would arrive at all, but it is here. I know a few other ladies are still waiting. I hope that they get theirs. At least in my Ipsy group, there's some ladies still waiting. Right now, the theory is they got that DHL got overwhelmed with all the free bags they were offering in the last month or so. That's the ongoing theory in the Ipsy group. But we don't know what happened. A lot of people ended up with late bags this month. But it's finally here, and I'm glad to see it. But before we get into this, we have to get into our unfinished business with last month's bag. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we have this MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base. This primer is very similar in consistency to my NYX and to the Smashbox Primerizer, and also very similar to this Hourglass sample that I have. It's very creamy. It's a little on the thicker side, but it's very creamy. It has the same kind of almost refreshing, moisturizing feel, and it has pretty much the same kind of effect. It works about the same for me. That said, I probably wouldn't repurchase it. It's not really better than my NYX, and my NYX is cheaper. And even the Smashbox, this little Smashbox, probably won't repurchase this either, but this little Smashbox was $15. I use it when I want something, when I feel bougie. But this is actually my go-to primer, and as much as I will use this up, I do, like I said, I like the consistency. It is very creamy. It's very similar in texture. But as much as I like it, it's not something I would purchase just based on price. It doesn't work any better. It doesn't do anything spectacular to make it anything that I'd want more than the NYX. So I will probably just continue to purchase my NYX. Next, we had the Steve Laurent eyeshadow in Sea Green. It's a beautiful color. I did find that it is not nearly as pigmented on my eyes as it is in the pan. It kind of looks so there. But on my eyes, it actually comes up a little bit lighter. It does seem to perform better with one of these stiffer brushes versus a fluffier brush. However, I also noticed that I had some issues with it starting to form sealant on the top. It's easy to correct that, so that's not, a big issue for me. However, that was one of the issues that did come up. I do like it. I am going to keep it. I'm planning on depotting it and putting it in with the rest of my ColourPop shadows that are depotted. However, it's not something I'd purchase just based on the pigmentation and the sealing up and stuff. So, like it, not enough to rebuy. Next was this Luxie small shader brush. Love it. Not that this is any surprise to you guys. You all know I love me a brush. However, I love Luxie brushes in particular. There's one or two other brands that I can look at and say, yes, I really like that kind of brush. One would be the NYX Professional brushes. Another would be Vasante. And for something inexpensive, I like e.l.f. But I really love the Luxie brushes, and this one is actually the perfect size to darken up my crease, to put color underneath the lower lash line, and to darken up the corner. So I really, really love this. I'm really happy to have it. The masks. We all know, not into sheet masks, so I haven't tried these, don't plan to try these. These are going to be going into my 500 subscriber giveaway. Not sure yet if the first place winner will get them or the second place winner, but that's where they're going. Just not into sheet masks. I much prefer other masks. And finally, we have this Hey Honey Come Clean Propolis and Mineral Facial Scrub. No. Just no. First of all, this stuff is really, really stiff. It is really difficult to get out of there. It ended up being very messy. The particles, I'm taking all that off. The particles, a lot of the particles would fall off of my face and into the sink. They do melt in pretty quickly when you use it. However, I just wasn't impressed enough by it. It does clean. See, does clean. But the serum in the mask, it really didn't soften, and actually my skin felt a little dry after using this. So, and also the biggest deal is, if you have sensitive skin, or if you have any kind of abrasions, open cuts, it's gross to say, but if you pick your pimples and you have an open pimple, this stuff stings. So, yeah, I used it once, not interested in using it again. I will give it to my oldest daughter and see if she likes it. If she doesn't like it, it's just going to go straight to the trash. It just wasn't any use for me, you know. And I know that my coffee mask tends to be very messy when I use it, but at least I feel like the coffee mask does something for my skin. It makes my skin softer and brighter, and I feel really good with it on and all that stuff. This just didn't seem to do anything but dry it out. So, yeah, no, not impressed. Overall, you know, the primer wasn't that bad. I love the brush. The eyeshadow wasn't that bad, so it was an okay bag. It wasn't one of my favorite bags. It was an okay bag. I already know that I've got some stuff in this month's bag that I'm gonna love. In fact, there's one thing in there that I'm like, yes, I got that. I know, I shouldn't look at the spoilers, but I do. Bad Dommy. Let's get into our new bag. Not sure how I feel about the bag itself. I've seen a few of the bag itself, and oh, that's shiny. Okay, disco bag is probably gonna go to Project Beauty Share. I love the little Ipsy tag and all that. This is just not my thing. The color, light blue, I wouldn't mind, but no, I don't think so. I did turn in some points for this H2O Beauty Aqua Defense Refining Matcha Detox Mask. Really looking forward to trying this. You guys know me. If it's not a sheet mask, I'm in love. Ooh, nice seal. Let's take that seal off. Whoa. Okay, it's kind of a goopy mask. There was a little bit on the seal, so I used that. Ah! It's a green jelly. Look at that. That is very, very different than anything I've tried. Let's see. Apply thin, even layer to clean, dry face, avoiding eye. Let dry 10 to 15 minutes. Gently peel off. That's interesting. I didn't realize it was a peel-off mask, so I'm even more interested in trying it. I've tried a few other peel-off masks, and I haven't been too impressed with them, but Yeah, really looking forward to giving that a try. Alrighty, let's get into our bag. Let's find our card. Come on, card. So today is, doesn't say anything. Usually they list the theme. They don't list the theme on here. Ready to dive into your 5 glam bag picks. Pool ready, makeup bag, a ton of inspo on the Ipsy app are here to help you make a splash. And then it talks about your scalp needing hydration. And then going over and shopping at Ipsy. So there's our card. It's a pretty card. Let's reach into the bag. And the first thing is the one thing that I knew I was going to love, and that is the First Aid Beauty face cleanser. I adore this stuff. I have a big tube of it that I'm about to run out of soon and need to repurchase. But this is my go-to cleanser. I love this cleanser. I probably won't even need to review it when we get August's bag, because I love this cleanser. Love, love, love it. Love it. Highly recommend it. Reaching back in. I got a box. This is from Sundays. It says number 45 on the bottom. It is a really bright blue nail polish. Apparently called number 45. Seems like it's a little on the loose consistency. I don't have anything on my nails. And that is going to need some extra coats. Oh, wow. That one has a very strong alcohol smell. Okay. Well, we'll give it a try when I actually have stuff on my nails to put it on. You know, base coat and all that. And we'll see how it works. But wow, that was a strong smell. What else do we have in here? We got a couple more to go. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got another brush. This one is from Elizabeth Mott. It's the tapered blending brush. That is a big brush, though. I wouldn't use that for blending. I would use that for under my brow. It feels pretty good. I can't tell. There's a slight smell, but it's not bad. It's very, very soft, no shedding. Looking forward to using that because you know me. I love me some brushes. Next I have Pure Heart's Pore Clear Black Charcoal Peel Off Mask. So I got 2 peel off masks in the same. Granted, one of them I redeemed points for, but still 2 peel off masks. That's interesting. And another safety seal. Open up. Oh wow, another very jelly mask. That's very dark. That feels very liquidy compared to the other one. Oh, it kind of is. It's kind of dripping a little bit. This one stayed put, and this one has a bit of a drip going on. Interesting. It does feel kind of thick when I rub it out. So there we go. Interested in trying that. I love me masks. I keep saying it. Love me some masks. I'm looking forward to trying that. Okay, we should have one more thing in here. It's a box. It is the Ico When in Doubt, Wing It Out eyeliner. Never tried Ico. I have a problem with liquid eyeliners. Usually they're too wet for me. Let's see what this one does. That was a felt tip. Nice narrow tip. Feels very firm. So hopefully I can actually use it without bleeding. Gave me a nice line. Cool. So got that's a pretty color. It's already drying down really nicely, so that's a good sign. I really like stuff that dries fairly quickly, but it does have that, I don't know if you can see it. It does have a streakiness to it, so we'll have to see how it works, and it smells really strong. We got one tool, which I will love. And then of the remaining 3 items, one is actually makeup and the other 2 are skincare. You know what? This practically makes the bag for me by itself. Add in this, and I'm pretty happy. I'm sure this is actually more than the value of the bag by itself. But between the 2 of these, this bag, it makes me pretty happy. And I'm excited to try the peel mask and the eyeliner. The only thing I'm not sure how I feel about is this, and that has to do with the streakiness and the smell. So that's it for today. Done rambling around as usual. Really, you guys should see how much I cut out of these videos. Really, really. I hope you like what you've seen and that you'll come by again. And if you are not a subscriber, would you please subscribe? It would mean the world to me. And go ahead and hit that notification bell. I can talk. Seriously, I can. Hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. And even if you don't subscribe, do please come by again. And when you do, don't forget your cup of tea. Yeah, that mint is very light and delicate. You get mostly the matcha. It's really good. I actually like it when the mint is toned down a little bit. It's this refreshing aftertaste to something. That's the way I do my lemonade tea, and it's really, really good. I'm telling you, Sips By is hitting it out of the park. Out of the park. Hope you have a great day.